Ethical leaders are also courageous leaders. In a world where we struggle for justice, where we share compassion, we must also have courage. And courage is really about defining moments. What are some defining moments for you, Dean Elmore?
Well, my defining moments, I'll give you an example. I recently, and this is a couple of years ago, I had this defining moment where we have a online newspaper that we do each day, and they have point of view moments where people write points of view. And so there has always been racial stress in the society, but this was a particular time of racial stress that it had flared up a little bit. And they asked me to write a point of view on race. And I said, wow, I don't know if I want to do that. In part because I don't want to be the black dean of students. Right. I'm the dean of students. I'm a professional. I have a lot of competencies. And quite frankly, race may not be my expertise. Right? You know, I'm not sure I can sit in a room with a lot of people who've studied this all their lives and be able to hold my own, although I think I can. I'm not sure that on paper I can do that. So it's not my expertise. And what's more, any point of view I'd write would be deeply personal. And I hope not off-putting to some people, because it's also, it's personal. My racial journey is personal, but it's also disturbing to people as well. And it might not entirely be uplifting or educational. Now, I also had other staff who had been asked to write, and these were staff of color, and I thought, well, they're young, and I don't want their careers to get branded that they are the person of color who does this work, because I knew that's not what they wanted to do. So I said, look, here's my defining moment. Let me be the one to write it. I'm far along. I think I've got enough capital that people will understand that I'm only talking about a facet of my life, and that I'm a much more complex individual than just my race. And I was afraid. I was really afraid. I wrote this piece, and I worked on it, told a little bit about where I was from, and talked a little bit about the conversations on race, and even offered to do an online chat about it. I was afraid. I really was. In the end, it was one of those good pieces for me to personally do for myself. I needed to do that. And it opened up so many conversations. Professor Fluker, man, I had people from all walks of life just saying, can I just come have a coffee? I just want to talk. I read your piece. I want to talk. Some people said, I want to come and criticize. I said, that's fine too. Most people said, I just haven't had a chance to talk to anybody, and can I tell you my story? It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing for me. But yes, I was afraid. I will admit, I was very afraid. I thought that this was the sort of thing that was gonna make me have to leave this community. And you know, for me leaving this community, that means I've got to uproot my family and do the same. So I was very nervous, and I wasn't troubled, but I was afraid. And that's what I was afraid of, that I would have to take my family out of community that they really enjoy and go somewhere else, and then that I would have a difficult time finding a new community. I was afraid.
Defining moments are neither black nor white.
Oh, no.
They're always those in-between spaces.
Yes.
Where one says, this is who I am. This is my character.
Right.
I can do no other.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So it's a dynamic process, fluid.
Yes, it is fluid. Well, at that moment, I had to do something that, you know, I had done subtly, but I had to really embrace this notion that I have a black aesthetic, and that it's very public, that I'm proud of it, that it is a way that I look at the world, and that it helps me to connect with the world, quite frankly. And especially when we're in American culture, where a black aesthetic permeates so much of American culture. In fact, it made me feel more American. That jazz is American, man.
Indeed, global aesthetic.
Yeah, I say to folks, the great gift we gave to the world, jazz, New Orleans, you know, that's the gift to the world.